Now you can talk, Satya, Sasi. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I'm able
Yes,
to.
Anurag. Yes, we are
Yeah.
able to.
So I think this one is one better option. We have struggled a lot. So now that we'll use this one only, Zoom only to, until and unless that all those issues will not fix. Will not use other platform. Let me ask other people to join using this one. 2 minutes.
Good evening, sir.
Hi, Arsha.
Hi, sir.
So I think Zoom is a better platform.
Yes. So what you did, we did not even hear and we saw.
I don't know that is platform features or what, or they are testing those things. I don't know. Okay, I will continue. So I already started recording. Okay. So now that this Oracle Home is installed on both node, right? Now that because that MGMT DB is separate home, so it's not grid home. It's a separate Oracle home. So this home we are using for the. So he's saying that use these options to create MGMT DB databases. So let me try this one with Oracle user. So we are here in this folder and we're just running this one option ngmtca -h option. So he's saying that the storage location where you want to store. So our location is plus mgmt, right? We have already created one disk group mgmt and get required query the amount of free space required for the container files. So we just use this option. So he's saying that required space. This one is only for checking purpose. So I have just put it this one. So he's saying that required almost 24 GB space for this one for 2 node rack, and actual space is available in MGMT is 51 GB, right? So now that we'll remove this get required option and we'll just run it. So it's going to create this MGMT databases. So these things are new in 21C.
Yeah. So Anurag, it runs out of the RDBMS or home or the grid home.
No, RDBMS home. You require to install separate Oracle.
Oh, in RDBMS home. Okay.
So once that you use this this home for this databases, so if you try to create run BBC and try to create the other databases using same Oracle home, RDBMS home, so it's not allowing. I will show you. When you try to run this DVC again from this home, so it's not allowing to create. It's saying that no, is this home is, so that home Mr. RDBMS home is special home, or that will be for a special purpose only. So you're not able to use for other databases. It's only used by MGMT DB only.
So Anurag, so now you create this MGMT deep, right? And you install another Oracle home and you create your databases now. So
Yeah.
how do they connect to the MGMR to the cluster? How does the cluster will connect to put other data that it collects for all how does that happen?
Actually, this MGMT you know that there is a different background processes are there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So actually, this only that is separating this one that the databases you are creating in the different Oracle home, right? But when you type creating this GMI container, this one, so in OCR is registered as a special databases MGMT. So
Okay.
all those background processes is use those to store the information in this databases, whatever
Okay.
that you are storing previously, right?
Okay.
All those collection are stored in this databases. But that Oracle is saying that this Oracle, even that Oracle home is a RDBMS home, but you will not able to use this home for other purposes.
Anything. Okay.
So you just required to use this one only for MGMT only.
That's a lot of overhead, right?
Is it basically a grid home?
No, it's not grid home. It's RDBMS home. It's a Oracle RDBMS software, DB software, not the grid software.
So you have to patch
but-
this database separately and upgrade. Does it need to be upgraded?
I already patched it 21.5. Jan, are you already applied, right?
Yeah. When you install the Oracle home. So, but like what I'm saying that.
Yeah, it will apply to this home also.
So what I'm saying is that later on, let's say you want another patch comes out, you want to use O patch auto. O patch auto will also patch that database, right?
Yes. So
So how about backup and recovery? Do you need to back it up separately and recover, this?
Yeah, backup recovery also is saying that, but we require to explore it on that direction also. So what I will do that in a tomorrow session, we'll going to cover that MGMT DB and those things from 12C to 19C, and 21C will take it on Sunday evening, because Sunday evening we have planned for this one patching. But patching in 19.15 we have already covered today itself in other classes. So those time will utilize for to explore more on MGMT DB on 21C side, right? So I will discuss it that what are the different concepts there. Can you take the backup or not, right? What is the patching mechanism, and how is that when you require to apply the patches, and what is that ideal time to apply the patches in this home. So if that home is corrupted, then what will you do? So actually is that is like taking more space now, right? Previously is like so it's a separate special home that is taking more space. So here you see that it's running, but how we can check this log? Let me check the log, right? So first we'll check here. LXDG. So you see that is creating something, writing something, right? Previously this much space is free, now is 46708. For you can check the log U01 app Oracle diag RDBMS and MGMTDB and /cd/ slash or what? Oh, complete path.
No, minus. Yeah.
We require to with the complete path, otherwise it's not taken.
Oh, what is it with this weird naming instead of?
For trace, you can see that alert log, but actually we require to check in a CFG tools, right?
Oh. It's basically a command to create the database, the MGMT.
Command to create the database, but where we can see the log. So we require to see the log in a CFG tools.
Oracle base.
CFG tools. Here you see that there is a MGMTCA.
So DBCA is deprecated, Anurag?
No, BBC is
No,
there.
for just this.
Then what is the difference between MGMTCA and DBCA?
This one is for this. This one is a special database, right?
Special database used for what?
You will,
Acting diagnosis.
that so for what purposes that MGMT-DB used, and before 12C in 11G, how these things are stored and what is the purpose of this one. So tomorrow's session is important. You can join it in the morning time.
Okay.
So I will tell you that the more depth information regarding MGMT-DB. And Sunday evening we'll see that the MGMT-DB things related to 21C. What are the new features and what are the other advantage, disadvantage using the different separate Oracle. But interesting one, right?
Yeah. It's very interesting.
So here you see that under that once that you are creating this one, the resources will register. And this resource is used by that background processes to store the information.
Resource does not exist. Okay. Wow.
And it's a CDB's databases.
Yes.
Each cluster having own PDBs. So if you are using a domain service cluster and you have multiple clusters, so each cluster name one PDBs is created.
Each cluster, okay.
I will tell you all those information in tomorrow morning session.
Okay. Let me go on mute.
Tomorrow it's same time, sir, in IST.
Tomorrow morning 7 a.m. IST.
Oh, 7 a.m. Okay.
Fail to set permission.
For tomorrow morning, I will try to buy some early morning candle.
That I will have made this recording will available. So
Okay.
if you didn't try it, I will make it available quickly.
Others, I was wondering whether I should buy an early morning candle to light.
It's at midnight in your side.
It's like 2:30 or something like that.
So I thought that 9:35 will start.
But it is time. Yeah, you should continue that. No worries with that.
Yeah, but
Actually,
actually, I required to go somewhere, so
sure. Yes.
I started it this morning, and then I will take a 4-5 hours break, and then I will come back, and then we'll take 2 more sessions in the evening.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we'll join through sir database A to Z website or
Zoom link.
okay. Thank you.
Nobody near to Zoom.
Quick question, Anurag, what are the other topics covering today? No,
Today, that after this one, we'll try to create the databases using this home, but it's giving error. I want to show you, and then we'll again be required to install another separate Oracle home or other databases, right? And in this webinar only, not today. I don't know that is possible or not. But we require to configure the volumes also, SCFS and all. So I will also show you those things also. But right now it's possible or not, we'll see that. If time permits, then definitely. So it's a database is created now. So you can see that ES-EF schema. So you see that NGMT-DB is running, and same time you see that the one listener is also running. NGMT listener is also running, right? Now, what I will do that I will I'm going to run that DVC here. In this home, I'm going to run the DVC. I try to create one different databases, right? And currently, this home is used by NGMT-DB. So, what I will try to create a databases. What is saying that is see that database cannot be created in the current Oracle home, right? Grid infrastructure management databases is configured in this current Oracle home. Additional databases cannot be created in the home. Use different Oracle home to create database. Got it? Is clear? So this home is only used for MGMTDB. So even that you try to create one small database or anything, it's not allowing. See that it's not allowed. So what we'll do that will require to install Oracle Home, another Oracle Home, and then we are able to create another database. Right. So cancel it and go to CD U01 soft. First check the space is there or not. 01 we have 37 GB. Okay, so what we'll do that we'll create the same process, we'll follow it. We'll create another directories and extract the software. Create another directories with the _2. Okay, and we'll extract the software, same software. This one, and with this one, _2. Right? So we are going to apply the Gen RU in this home. So we require to update that OPatch also. So we have already downloaded the latest OPatch and we'll going to replace in this folder, in this Oracle home. Then same search that unzip one. Unzip this one. Home 2. Replace all. Go to U01 app Oracle product 21 home 2 and here the run installer. So same we are going to apply the patches. So we'll using the same run installer apply app. So before installing this one is applying the patches in this extracted home. So it's going to apply the patches and then it's running that GUI and then we'll select and we'll install the Oracle. Same time you can create the disk also. So let me check that what are that the Oracle ASM disks. Okay, so is so data and record disk is already created. So we'll use this one. Plus ASM1, ASMCA, ASMCA, or you can use that other methods also to create the disk group. Even that you can create the XML file or use that ASMCMD also to create it. Most of the companies are using that one format in Excel file and that And same, they're just changing those things and creating the disk groups. So here I'm going to create external disk group, redundancy and data disk group, data, and that we have data disk group, this one, external, and say okay. Then data is created. Now we will try to create one more disk group, external, and that is Repo FRA, whatever name you want. Now we can check it as SNCMD LSDG. LSDG, you are able to see 4 disk group here. Okay. Now this one is also started. We require to install software only. RAC cluster database installation. Okay. On both node is going to install a remote node also. Enterprise edition. This one is BB Home 2. Okay, this one is privilege groups. If you want to separate the things, the different group, and you can use that, create that different user, OS level user, and assign to those groups. Ignore it, this one. So here in this 121, see, you are not able to create that non-CDB databases. So I will show you that there is no such options to create non-CDB databases. You have only choice to create the CDB databases. Only. So this part is completed. Now we are going to create the databases. So we are here in this. So last time you remember that is not allowing us to from the MGMT DB Oracle Home is not allowing us. So now that we are in a DB Home 2. So what we'll do, going to do that, we're going to create the DBC, running the DBCA. So you can use the DBCA in a silent mode also to creating the databases. But right now I'm running in GUI. So show you that here when you are going to create a database, there is a no such as non-CDBs database option is not there. So advanced configuration. So here you can create 3 type of databases. One is a RAC databases, a RAC one node databases, or single instance databases also. Even that in a RAC environment, you can create the single instance databases also. There is a no meaning of that, but that is different thing, but you can create. Database management policy here is automatic and rank. I will tell you that what is meaning of automatic and rank when we are touching this 21 scene details. So here is general purpose databases, anything you can select it. So here we have selected the both node. So here I'm putting the database name is ORCL RAC database. So here you see that there is a, this one is by default is selected, right? There is no such choice to select it or remove it, right? So by default is selected. Now that in a container databases, you have user local you undo table space for PDBs or empty container databases, or you want that number of PDBs, 1 or 2, whatever PDBs you want. Let me say that 2 PDBs. And use local undo table space for PDBs. So each PDB is having only this one. So here is ASM, and you are putting the data and Oracle manage file this one. Fast recovery area you can create in a record disk group. And size, whatever size is mentioned is okay. Archive, you are enabling the archive log. So level security and this thing we are not using. The SGPG size, so let me make it a 2 GB only. SGA. Approx 2 GB I will make it. $2048. PGI 684 is taken. So I already discussed about this one. Run cluster verification utilities check periodically. So I'm not going to touch this part here. But run cluster verification wise, we have if you not check it, what is impact, and why is there in the DBCA, why is not there in other in clusterware installation. So already we have discussed it. If you want, in future we'll take one separate session for this one. Configure EM database express port as a global port, or you want that specific to the databases, or you can use a global port, or if you have OEM, then you can register directly. I want to use the same password for all accounts. create databases. I will back in 1 minute.
Basically, we have to your thing, right? Otherwise, it's one, right? Which one? Yeah, correct. One. Yeah, I'll replace this.
So it takes time to complete. So here that we are not going to explore anything right now. So what we'll do that we'll drop off now, and in the morning time, in the time 7 a.m. You will try to connect tomorrow morning 7 a.m. and I will share that Zoom link in the same group. And we'll try to understand that the purpose of MGMT-DB. So we'll discuss from 11G, and we'll see that 12C, 18C, 19C, what is the approach, and for what purposes and how that we are using ngMTDB. And if it's in 19C is optional, so if that we are not created these things for the production databases, so what is that is a pros or cons for that? So is that we are able to save the space, or is that if something goes wrong or node evicted or something, that time we do not have that proper data for analysis or for the RC purposes. So what are the different impacts if we are not created the or not using the ngMTDB? So before 19C and like 12C, 12.1, 12.2, 18C is mandatory. So we do not have any choice to skip it. From 19C is we have the choice to skip this one. And from 21C onwards is in a separate oracle. It's not part of the grid. So the 21C features we'll discuss on Sunday evening regarding that ngMTDB, if that is in a separate oracle home. So what are the advantage, disadvantage? Can we take the backup or not? Can we restore this one? So previously is that database is in a read-write mode, or right now what is the status? Is a read-write mode, or it's a read-only mode, or it's a mount mode? So all those things we'll discuss in the Sunday evening classes, right? So tomorrow morning connect at 7 a.m. So we'll discuss. And whenever that we'll get the time, so next week onwards, that will take it 21C different things like upgrade part and other stuff also in this free webinar. So parallelly, we'll run this free webinar also. We'll take that all those topics. And if you have any special demand or something, you can post it. They are also in group. We'll take it those things.
And where is these videos available? Webinars on YouTube or on the website?
So website only. If you go
Okay.
there, you are able to see there. Check once if you are able to see that or not.
I can see the earlier one, so this will be also added there, right?
Yeah, it will be added there.
Okay.
Yeah. So all webinar videos will be available through that site only. Anybody having any question related to anything related to Oracle, like databases, cluster, Exadata, OEM, performance tuning, anything that you can discuss it also.
So MGMT database is mandatory in 12C.
Sorry, San.
Yes, MGMT database is mandatory in 21C or optional.
21C.
Yeah, in 21C.
19C onwards is optional. You see that even the cluster is installed without MGMT-DB. Later on we have, so if that will not created the MGMT-DB, then we can proceed directly to database creation.
Yeah.
And talk about these diagnostic tools, TFA, ORA-check. Those have any relation with MGMT? Will it use the data collected by?
Yeah, it's an interesting thing.
Okay. That means yes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This take time because it's creating views. So, and so we are going to drop it here now. We'll connect tomorrow morning, right?
Okay.